Good morning, everyone. It's McSquizzy. First of all, before you judge the hair, this is what happens when I wash my hair, which is why I've decided my body is totally down with backpacking where I can't wash my hair all the time. Okay, so I had uploaded some videos this weekend. I'm not real sure where they went. And this Bruise Archery this weekend, a site was off. So, I took my handy dandy $300 something tent to Maryland this weekend to try and test it. Now, there was a wind storm where winds were like 60 miles an hour, branches fell on the tent, and the tent ripped in multiple places where parts of trees were falling. So, can I repair them? Sure. I did try, and I will say this because I have a feeling that Gorilla Tape is better than duct tape, but it was freezing rain, and I was trying to tape the tent in freezing rain with Gorilla Tape, which was not super effective. However, duct tape actually worked. So, if you're debating between the two, I would probably go with duct tape. So, what I've done, because I am actually leaving again tomorrow to go back to Maryland to get a challenge course certification, I decided to get the Alpine Mountain Gear Solo Plus Alaskan tent. It's 3-season, it's one person. Now, the reason I chose this tent is that when I really started to think about it, I'm like, well, what are you really using your tent for? Are you in there to like hang out? Or are you in there to sleep? You're in there to sleep. So, I got this because, so it has a solid mat on the bottom. And of course I still have my tent footprint. And it is all mesh. The entire thing is mesh on top. So you have plenty of airflow. Now, it does come with a rain fly that, of course, goes over top to make it look more like a traditional tent. The other thing that I did was I got a tarp. And the idea will be that I put a tarp over the tent so that in the event that trees start falling again, it actually hits the tarp and not the tent. However, a tarp can be pitched to be a tent anyway. So I got the tarp in bright yellow because where I was camping also, it was a state park, but there was quite a bit of gunfire going on. Now, I'm not sure if it was hunting season. I'm not sure if there was a range nearby, but I am acutely aware of the need to be visible as a person and not an animal in those circumstances. So I did get that, and then I will see how that works. In addition, I ended up getting a beach sunshade so that if I am camping as opposed to backpacking, I can go ahead and put up that sunshade so that I have somewhere to hang out if I want. It's supposed to fit 4 people underneath it if they're camping, but it's like a lean-to kind of thing. And honestly, with weight and stuff, you could backpack with it. It can be compressed really small, actually. So there is that possibility, but I will be testing that stuff this weekend and let you know how it goes. The other thing is that I will say is I did have a visitor. I thought I was hallucinating at first, but what I kept on hearing, just so you know, is like really close to the tent. And eventually what I did was, because I was trying to sleep, even though the wind was crazy, I was still trying to sleep, so I hit the key fob on my car and the sound went away. The visitor did make off with one tent stake. I don't know why. I don't know where it went. But I do have extras, and the ones that the ones that I used are, you can find them at REI. They're like $1.50 something, maybe they're $1.50 even. They're a hook and they're metal, and if you do need extra tent stakes, REI is a really good place to get them. They're right next to the tent footprints, and they have a bunch of different kinds that you can get for your purposes. So, anyway, that was my experience this weekend, or this past weekend, and then I'll be leaving again tomorrow and test my theories. I did make a favorites list on here that is specifically for pitching a tarp, if anyone is interested. None of them seem to be that hard. Most of them, of course, do require trekking poles, but if you hike on a regular basis, you probably already have those. So anyway, have a good day, and see how the hair is looking better even as I'm going through the video. Woot woot. So have a good day.